Hello my dear students of class 4. I hope you all are fine. Today I am going to start lesson number 10, The Railway Children. In the previous video we have completed the poem, The River and question answers. Okay. So today I'll be giving you question answers also after explaining the chapter of lesson number chapter, that is the Railway Children. Okay. So let's start. Yes, students. So, The Railway Children is a story about three little children, that how they had to leave their home and they had to move to a new one. So it is really difficult to leave your old house where you have been, staying for so long, and immediately you have to leave that house and you have to move to a new one. So how they felt and how seriously, it made them to realize that how difficult it is to leave their own house, means the previous one, and move to a new one. So let's start. There were three of them. Roberta, so these are the names of children. Roberta was the eldest. Next came Peter, and and the youngest was Phyllis. They lived with their parents in a red brick fronted villa. Father and mother were always ready to play with the children and read to them. They were very happy, but they did not know how happily till the pretty life in the red villa was over and done with, and they had to live a very different life ahead. They were not aware what is going to happen in their life next. So the change came quite suddenly on Peter's 10th birthday. Okay, what happened? Two stern looking gentlemen, stern looking means unfriendly, came to see father that day. Means they came to meet. Then father and mother took them to the library. There was a lot of talking. The children heard boots go out and the front door shut. Means when they left the home, those gentlemen, they heard everything, sound of boots and everything. Then the mother came in. What happened? Father's been called away, she said, and there's been some trouble there. But I want you not to ask me any questions about it. Who said this? The mother. And be good and go to bed. Means their father already went with those policemen, or we can say gentlemen or unfriendly men, and they maybe they were policemen. Okay, and there was something which the mother didn't want to reveal to the children. That's why she said, don't ask anything to me. They kissed her and went to sleep. Next, a few days later, mother came down to breakfast. She looked pale, but she smiled and said, now, my pets, we are going to leave this house and go and live in the country. I know you will love it. Okay? Means pet animals. She revealed this, or she explained this to the pets mother. Okay, now turn the page. What happened next? A whirling week of packing followed. Means they were packing everything, not just packing clothes. Means like when you go on a holiday, but packing chairs, not like clothes only, because they were not going on a holiday. Where they were going? They were leaving the house, but packing chairs, tables, crockery, blankets, okay, candlesticks and carpets. Then boxes were filled, and next afternoon a cab came to take them to the station. Then what happened? On the train, the children enjoyed looking out of the window, but when it grew dusk and they were sleepy, they were roused by mother saying, means they were feeling sleepy, and when they were roused by what the mother said, wake up, dears, we are there. Means they were already reached. They woke up and stood shivering on the cold platform, and the baggage was loaded onto a cart. Come, said mother, we have got to walk. Means everything you can see in the picture here, that everything is loaded on that cart and they all are walking. Okay, then what happened? The walk was dark and muddy, means the road was not very good constructed. Okay, it was muddy. The children stumbled a little on the rough road. means they found it very difficult to walk on that rough road. Presently, a great dark lumpish thing showed over to the night right. Then there's the house, said mother. A dark lumpish thing, okay, they found it, and there was no light in the windows. The man who drove the cart stopped, took out the key from under the doorsteps, unlocked the door, went in and lit a candle, but its thin little glimmer. The children saw a large bare kitchen. Means there was no light, it was very dark, kitchen was empty, and they couldn't understand, means the house was very dark. Then there was a rustling, scampering sound. Then rustling, scampering sound means, here you can see downside, that uh, a sound of light, dry things moving together, sound of leaves we can say. Then scampering sound, moving quickly with short light steps, means we can understand some mice were there. Then, oh, what's that? Asked the children. It's only the mice, said the cartman. What fun, said mother. This is quite an adventure, isn't it? Matlab, they were enjoying. They lit a fire in the dining room. Everyone was very tired but cheered up at the sight of the funny and delightful supper. Supper means dinner. Then there were biscuits, the merry and the plain kind, okay, and sardines, raisins, and marmalade. These are the names of foods. Okay, small fish, for example, and some kind of orange lemon jellies. So these are the things which they had. Then next morning, Roberta woke Phyllis, saying, okay, we are in the new house, so let's get up and begin to be useful. We will just creep down, mouse quietly, means like a mouse, very slowly, and have everything beautifully before mother gets up. Means they wanted to settle down each and everything before their mother gets up. Okay, and I have woken Peter. Then all three of them, he will be dressed as soon as we are. Now turn the page. Okay, they lighted the fire and put the kettle on, means they started making tea also, and they arranged the crockery for breakfast. When there seemed to be nothing more than they could do, they went out again in the fresh bright morning. You can see in the picture they are sitting on a stone, and they went out to the yard and watched the hilly country below. They could see the line of the railway down below. Okay, you can see here also, this is the railway line which is going this one. Okay, so they were enjoying everything over there. And what happened after that? So now for after that, what happened? Let's sit down a bit, suggested Roberta. So they sat down on a great flat grey stone that had pushed itself up out of the grass. And when mother came out to look for them at 8 o'clock, she found them deeply asleep in the contented sun warmed bunch. Means contenteds means very happily, very satisfied they were, and they were sleeping, they were enjoying that weather where they were. Okay, they were in. So this is the story, students, that children, they accepted the change, and they didn't ask about anything, about anything related to their father, since their mother told them that they were not going to ask anything, what happened, what we were talking. Okay, and this is how we learned from this story that how a well mannered child behaves. Okay, when something said, or something is whatever the parents are saying or elders are saying, the child has to listen. Okay, now come to the quick answers. First we will do the setting of a story tells us when and where the events happen. Okay, the weather and the atmosphere of a place also add to the setting. Then say whether the following statements about the story are true or false. So the first one is, the first part of the story takes place in the brick fronted villa. That is true. Here it is written, it is true. Next one is, at first, life at the red brick fronted villa was comfortable and cheerful. Exactly. This is also true. I told you. Next, the two gentlemen met father in the dining room one morning. Not in the dining room, they met in the library. That is false. Next one is uh, after the visit of two gentlemen, the atmosphere at the red brick villa was even more cheerful. No, it is false. The atmosphere was kind of, sad. Next, uh, the railway platform was cold, dark, and gloomy. Exactly, it was cold, dark, and gloomy. Next one, see, the setting of the story shifts from a red villa to a small house. Exactly, it is true. So, student, these are your uh, quick answers on page number 127. Now we will start reference to context. I'll show you the answers and simultaneously I'm going to tell the question. Okay, so these are the question answers. Okay, so the first one is reference to context, so you have to read the lines as well as you have to write also. Father and mother were always ready to play with the children and read to them. Okay, so first question is name the three children. So students, name the three children. Here it is: Roberta, Peter, and Phyllis. Next question: where did they live? They lived in a red brick fronted villa. Next one is what kind of life did they lead? They led a very happy, cheerful, and comfortable life in red villa. So these are the three questions. Next one is next reference to context. Then boxes were filled, and then next afternoon a cab came to take them to the station. The first question is what was filled in the boxes? So what they filled in the boxes? Here it is: chairs, tables, crockery, blankets, candlesticks, and carpets were filled in the boxes. Next question is where did the train take the children? The train took the children to a villa in a countryside. B question. Next one is how did the children travel on the last leg of their journey? Means what was the stretch? So the question is at first the children enjoyed looking out of the window, but by dusk they were fast asleep and had to be roused by mother. Okay. Next one is read, reflect, and write. Question number 4: was mother happy with the move? How do you know? So the answer is mother was not happy with the move. This is the answer because she was very pale when she get to know that they had to move. It is evident from her mannerism. She perhaps heard of what happened to her husband, yet she smiled before her children. Okay. Next question, question number 5. Describe the white house that the children moved with their mother. So the answer is when they first spotted the house, it was dark, lumpish looking place. There was no light. This is the answer. In the windows until the man who drove the cart lit a candle. The house had a large bare kitchen and also seemed to have mice. It also had a dining room and a yard. Next question, question number 6. Do you think that the children in the story were fussy or good natured? So it is quite obvious that the children in the story are good natured. Next question in the same question that give reasons to support your answer. So here it is that if they had been fussy, they would have complained about moving to a new house that was dark and had mice. After they moved to the new house, they decided to have everything beautiful before their mother got up. So it means they were very good natured. Question number 7. At the end of this part of the story, the railway children mother said that it was fun to have mice in the house and the shift was quite an adventure. Why do you think that she said this? What values did she want to give her children? So the answer is mother said that it was fun to have mice in the house and the shift was quite an adventure because she wanted to lift up the children's spirits and make them accept the change. Mother wanted her children to grow to accept what comes in their way and learn to adjust. Okay? So, student, this is your last answer. I hope you all have understood how you have to complete your work. So, till here, please complete your work and write down word meanings also of lesson number 10. In the next video, I'll be giving you the remaining work of English second. Till then, everyone, please take care and keep studying.